Hey friends, it's time for a public service announcement with guitar.
Guys, it's cherry season and it's time to start your cherry bounce. Go get yourself some cherries and get yourself one of these cherry pitters. They don't cost too much. I got mine at the local grocery store. Go get yourself some nice organic cherries because you're going to be soaking these in alcohol, and if there's any pesticides or weirdness on there, it's going to go into your drink. Now, if you live in a cherry growing area, you might even be able to pick up some on the side of the road. I got mine at the farmer's market, and they are not a sweet cherry and not exactly a tart cherry. They're somewhere in between. You can use tart cherries or sweet cherries. It just depends. At the other end of this process, you'll put in more or less sugar depending on how sweet your cherry bounce has started out. Now, if you want to know the rest of the procedure for making cherry bounce, you're going to want to go watch my other cherry bounce video, because I pulled out last year's cherries and made bounce earlier this year. And now what I'm going to do is start the bounce for next year now. And then in a year or so, I'll pull these out, make bounce, and start a new batch. The only other thing you're going to need is a nice big jar, kind of like this one. Now, I am putting the pits in this for extra flavor, hopefully. I did not put the pits in last year, so you don't have to, and there is some evidence about cherry pits being poisonous. Apparently you're not supposed to eat them, but you'd have to eat a tremendous number to actually be killed. So I'm not too concerned about it, but if you are concerned, don't think that you have to put the pits in, because you don't. Now I'm going to fill this with a bottle of cognac. It is not the most expensive cognac, it's pretty reasonable. I don't need to spend extra money just for this. And so just dump that whole bottle in, and then I also topped it off with some bourbon I had just to finish off that bottle. Now you could use vodka or some other spirit, but I think that the cognac tastes pretty good. I actually decided to put another pound of cherries in, not quite a pound, but I just thought this jar wasn't full enough, and as long as I'm doing this, I might as well fill it up, top it off with some bourbon. And that's all we got to do for now. Just let it sit for the next year. And cherry season in effect. Thanks for watching, and if you want to be alerted when I finish off this cherry bounce, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell button. Alright, see you next time. And check out last year's cherry bounce video for the rest of the procedure.